Jade Cargill breaks down in tears after husband's ghastly car accident. WWE tragedy shocks the roster. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got some truly surprising and heartwarming news from the WWE Universe. Cue somber music, slow motion shots of Jade Cargill in the ring, tears welling up in her eyes. Black and white images of hospital scenes and flashing emergency lights. WWE Superstar Jade Cargill has always stood tall, powerful, and unstoppable, inside and outside the ring. But nothing could have prepared her for the heartbreaking moment that brought her to her knees. On a day that was supposed to be filled with celebration and triumph, tragedy struck. Her husband, the love of her life, was involved in a ghastly car accident. What followed was an emotional breakdown witnessed by millions, a side of Jade Cargill the WWE Universe had never seen before. The rise of Jade Cargill. She was the blueprint of dominance. From AEW to WWE, Jade Cargill smashed through barriers, rose through the ranks, and inspired a new generation of women to own their power. With her unmatched physique, ruthless in-ring style, and electric charisma, Jade wasn't just a superstar, she was a force of nature. Clips of her undefeated streak, WrestleMania entrance, and her signing with WWE. But what fans didn't often see was her rock, her family. Behind every title win, behind every main event moment, there was a support system built around love and stability. And at the center of that was her husband, Brandon Phillips. A former MLB star, a quiet yet strong presence, Brandon was her calm in the chaos. The night everything changed, it was just after Monday Night Raw. Jade had just completed a match that electrified the arena. Backstage, smiles and laughter followed as she prepared to celebrate a huge victory. Then, her phone rang. Cut to reenacted backstage footage, people bustling around, Jade smiling until her phone lights up. One call, one moment, and her world collapsed. Screen fades to black, sound of heartbeat, sirens faintly in the background. The call came from the Atlanta Police Department. Her husband had been involved in a severe car accident. He was on the way to pick up their daughter from her aunt's house when another vehicle, reportedly speeding and running a red light, crashed directly into the driver's side of Brandon's car. Cue dramatic music swell. Emergency responders had to use the jaws of life to pull him from the wreck. He was unconscious, unresponsive, and rushed into emergency surgery. The breakdown. The moment Jade got the call, everything stopped. No longer was she, that chick, no longer the unshakable powerhouse. The locker room stood silent as Jade dropped her phone and collapsed into the arms of a WWE staff member. Backstage wrestlers like Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Becky Lynch are seen looking shocked, offering support. Jade was flown out immediately on a WWE chartered jet to be by Brandon's side at the hospital. Reports say she didn't speak a word the entire flight, her face pale, her hands trembling. Cut to fictional interviews. Fictional WWE staffer. She didn't cry at first. She was just blank. Like the Jade we knew had vanished. It wasn't until she walked into that ICU room and saw him hooked up to all those machines that she broke down. It was the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen. The WWE family responds. As news of the accident spread, the wrestling world came together. Fans, fellow superstars, and even competitors from other promotions sent their love. Social media posts appear, sending love and strength to @Jade_Cargill. Praying for Brandon's recovery. Becky Lynch. Unimaginable. Stay strong, Queen. Charlotte Flair. We're all behind you. Cody Rhodes. Clips of a teary-eyed Paul Heyman speaking backstage. Heyman. There are few people in this business who carry themselves like Jade. To see her in pain like this, it's crushing. A daughter's fear. But perhaps the most painful moment came from Jade and Brandon's daughter, Bailey. Only 6 years old, she was waiting at her aunt's when the crash happened. When Jade finally arrived at the hospital, she had to do the impossible, explain to her daughter why Daddy wasn't waking up. Fictional dramatization. Jade, voice trembling. Daddy's sleeping right now, but the doctors are helping him. We have to be brave, okay. Bailey clutches her mother, crying. Jade holds her tighter, crying for the first time. Inside the ICU, Brandon suffered multiple fractures, internal bleeding, and a severe concussion. For 36 hours, Jade didn't leave his side. Nurses reported she held his hand the entire time, whispering to him, praying, sometimes sobbing quietly when no one was looking. Fictional nurse interview. She was so strong, but I could tell she was shattering inside. She told him stories, played voice messages from their daughter. And then, she just broke down and said, "I don't know how to do this without you." WWE makes a statement. WWE issued an official statement the next day. Fade to WWE statement slide. We extend our deepest thoughts and prayers to Jade Cargill and her family during this incredibly difficult time. WWE stands behind Jade and will provide all necessary support. Triple H personally called Jade, offering time away from WWE and full support for Brandon's care. Vince McMahon, despite being mostly absent in recent times, also reached out privately. A moment on SmackDown. Despite the circumstances, Jade shocked everyone when she made a surprise appearance on SmackDown just days later, not to fight, but to speak. Jade promo. "I'm not out here as that chick. I'm out here as Jade, a wife, a mother, a woman praying that the love of her life comes back to us." Fans chant, "We love you, Jade." Jade crying, "You all see me as the strongest woman in the room. But right now, I'm terrified. I don't know what tomorrow holds. But I wanted you to know that your support, your love, it means everything." Friends and foes alike. Backstage, rivals embraced her. Becky Lynch, who had been in a heated storyline feud with Jade, was seen holding her backstage in tears. Even Rhea Ripley, known for her stone-cold exterior, shared a hug. Rhea interview. "Some things are bigger than wrestling. Jade's going through hell, and I just wanted her to know she's not alone." Clips of Bayley organizing a locker room vigil. Bianca Belair launching a charity campaign for car crash victims in Brandon's honor. Signs of hope. Just when things seemed darkest, came a flicker of light. After days of uncertainty, Brandon opened his eyes. Cue music swell. Fans cheer. Cut to fictional footage of Jade reacting. Fictional doctor interview. "It's a miracle he made it through surgery. But to open his eyes this early. That's the strength of love." Jade broke down again, but this time, in joy. She held his hand, whispering, "I knew you wouldn't leave me." Jade's return. After weeks by his side, Jade returned to WWE, not because she had to, but because she wanted to honor Brandon's words, "Go out there and show them who you are." SmackDown promo. Jade, fire in her voice. "Life tried to break me. But I bend. I don't break. And I'm back to finish what I started." Fans erupt in cheers. She dedicated her return match to Brandon and Bayley, pointing to the sky after scoring a dominant victory. Her comeback wasn't just a return to wrestling, it was a symbol of resilience. The woman behind the power. Jade Cargill has always stood as a symbol of strength. But now, she stands for something greater. She is the embodiment of love, pain, survival, and hope. Montage of fan messages, tributes, and charitable causes now inspired by Jade's story. She reminded the world that even the strongest fall, but they rise again. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do, is cry and still keep going. This is more than just a wrestling story. It's about humanity, it's about family, and it's about one woman's fight to hold everything together when her world nearly shattered. To Jade, Brandon, and Bayley, we stand with you. And to anyone going through dark days, remember, you're not alone. Even warriors cry, and when they rise stronger than ever. Thanks for watching, folks. This was one for the history books. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more deep dives into the biggest moments in wrestling. Until next time, keep it locked.